Look at these two babes getting along famously. Cuties. Yes, we're all sharing one cage now. And we're doing great. We've had some tussles, but nothing major. We're friends. We're basically friends. Yeah. Cuties. Oh, hi. Guess what? It's day 100. Can you even believe it? I feel so shocked, surprised, victorious. I feel like it went so fast, but also so slow at the same time. It feels crazy. It's wild. So I, of course, want to say thank you to all of you who have indulged me in this very last minute fly by the seat of my pants endeavor. I had no plan for how it was going to go. I had no structure for it whatsoever. I decided 2 days before this project started, oh, I can do a vlog every day. And then I just started doing it. I downloaded an app on my phone to edit video, and that's it. That was all the thought I put into it. I'm sure on most days that was painfully obvious, but I know some of you have watched a lot of these videos. I'm sure you haven't watched all of them. That's crazy. But even if this is the first one that you've watched, I appreciate you. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for being out there and putting up with my nonsense. I do have one last question that I got from a loyal viewer that was actually quite a while back, but I saved it until this day, the last day. And that is there anybody that I watch on YouTube that I follow that I would recommend? So the answer to that is yes and no. I used to spend a lot of time on YouTube. I really don't anymore. I used to watch a lot of different channels on the regular. Most of them were around journaling and art journaling and creative journaling and all that kind of stuff, because I was really focused on that myself at that time, and I made a lot of videos. If you look way back at my channel, sorry, I'm getting Barbie hair in my mouth, but it's fine. If you look back at my channel before these 100 videos, there's a lot of journaling and art journaling and daily journaling focused videos that I've made years ago, a few years ago anyway. And that's a community that was really, it still is really important to me. At that time, I was focused on that, and there's a great community on YouTube around that. So there were a lot of channels that I was watching regularly at the time. I don't anymore, just because artistically and creatively my focus has kind of just turned away from journaling in that way. And so watching those videos and keeping up in that community just it doesn't quite have the same interest for me as it did. I've sort of come past that part of my creativity. I think I may end up going back to it, but for right now, it's just not something that I'm currently doing any longer. So one person I do definitely want to shout out is there's a channel. She has a channel called Never Hopeless. Her name is Elizabeth. She has been doing videos on YouTube about daily journaling for several years. More than that, she kind of does what I've been doing these last 100 days, which is, as she's going through her journal and showing you her pages, she's telling you about her life and about her days and about her family. And she's just a very cool person. She's also kind of, at this point, I would say, a leader in that community, because She's very consistent. She posts very regularly, but even more than that, she's very kind. She's very generous. She's very welcoming to everyone. Everybody in that community knows her. Everybody in that community loves her. She's just a very wonderful person. And she's interesting. She's the kind of person who, you know, when her video's on, you watch it and you're interested, you want to hear more. She rarely shows her face on camera. You know, she's usually focused down on her table, on her journals, and on her books. But it doesn't matter. Like, she's interesting and she's very nice. She's always the first one to call out a smaller channel and hype up what other people are doing. You know, even though I have kind of stepped away from that particular YouTube community, she was one of the first people to follow my daily comic on Substack. She comments occasionally. I know she looks at them. You know, she's a very kind, wonderful person. I will definitely put the link to her channel down below. It's Never Hopeless. I think it's Never Hopeless by Elizabeth, but I'll put the link below. She's excellent. Even if you're not interested in journaling, I would say give her a watch, because like I said, it's really more about, she's almost a vlogger, but she does it through her journals, if that makes sense, and through her creativity and that kind of thing. She's very interesting, so I would say give her a watch. Plus, wonderful person, so check her out. Another channel that's on YouTube that I probably would be lost without is, I'm sure you've heard of Yoga with Adriene. I mean, during the pandemic, like, Adriene saved my life. She was there for me every single day. I mean, I never did yoga before the pandemic, and it was life-changing for me, and I'm not just being dramatic when I say that. Her videos are always positive, always uplifting. She is a joy to watch and a joy to do yoga with. Even if you have never done yoga, if you think you can't do yoga, if you are not interested in yoga, give her a look. She, you know, watch some of her beginner videos if you're not sure yoga's for you. She somehow manages to make you feel like you're a rock star even when you're definitely not. You know what I mean? Like, she has the modifications for everything. She's always positive, always uplifting, always wonderful. So listen, she's the best. If you have not watched her, give her a try. Okay. Outside of that, so outside of YouTube, I would say big influence on me personally, I've talked about him before in these videos, is Ryan Clater. He runs a comic shop called Elephant Eater Comics. He has self-published several books of autobiographical comics. He's wonderful. He's really good. His comics are great. If you have looked at my comics and you like mine, they're 1,000 times better. I mean, like, I could only hope to one day be a 10th as good as he is. So he's a professor of comics too, so he definitely knows what he's doing. I will put the link to Elephant Eater Comics below. Check him out. Buy his books, support him. He's really good. He's really kind. He follows my stupid, lowly comics, and he, you know, sends me emails. He told me he thought they were great, which was very kind of him because, you know, like I said, he's 10,000 times better than I am. So support him. He's a very nice person. He does excellent work, and I think you will be very pleased with his books if you decide to buy them. I'll put the link to Elephant Eater Comics below as well. Okay, and last but certainly not least is my friend Amy, who she is a podcaster, a writer, an incredible artist. I will put the link below to her Substack. From there, you'll be able to find her podcast, which she's been doing for something like 17 years or something wild. It's all about her podcast anyway is all about creativity and just sort of kind of musings on life and art. It's very, very good. Give it a listen, give it a try. Again, even if it's something that you're not sure, I think you'll find something relatable in her content, because she's very, I don't know, I almost find her to be like sort of a kindred spirit to me, because we're both very interested in the same things. Like, she does an illustrated journal that she's been keeping for years. Like, I've listened to her podcast. The things that she talks about always resonate with me. She has a Substack, and she sends a weekly email. Always resonates with me. Always some sort of nugget I can find in there that is exactly what I need at the moment. And on top of that, she's just a very nice person, very generous, very kind. She's part of she actually runs the Zoom drawing group that I do on Sundays whenever I'm available. And it's always fun. It's always, again, I'm looking for positivity in my life. It's always positive. It's always uplifting. It's artists of all skill levels. And it's just people drawing and chatting, and it's really fun. And Amy puts all of that together. So definitely subscribe to her on Substack. Listen to her podcast. Check out all of the wonderful things that she's doing. She's got some really, really great content out there. I would strongly encourage you to read it and get involved. I mean, I feel like I said, we're kindred spirits, even to the point where on her podcast, she'll talk about a book that she's reading, and I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting, and I go check it out from the library, and I love it as much as she did. It's just, we have very similar interests. So if you think I'm cool, which I hope you do, I think you'll like her too. So give her a look. That's Amy. I think I'm not sure what she is on Substack, but she's on Instagram, OAmy, and her Substack has links to everything, her podcast and all that stuff. So I will definitely put that down there. I think her Substack's called An Illustrated Life. You'll like it. I think that's it for me. I just want to say one more time that I appreciate every last one of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. If you haven't subscribed to my comic, I'll put the link to that below too. Make sure you do, because I am really trying to grow that Substack and trying to get more people to look at my comic. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm sure I'll be back again. This isn't the last time you'll see me. But I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you for taking this journey with me. And I can't believe it's been 100 days. It's amazing. So thank you. And I will see you again soon.